Hey guys, thank you for joining us. We are joined once again by our very good friend, the wonderful, the awesome Cary Silkin. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm surprised that you're not sick of me yet. So thank you.
Never sick of you, Cary. We always say
Never,
this. We'll never be sick of you.
I
never,
was, I
ever.
was, I was breaking your chops, breaking your balls because I wasn't on your,
Oh,
you know,
so, on the graphic.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you had who did you have on there? Like
Effie, Danhausen, Warhorse.
right. I mean, I'm not as hot as an item as them.
What did we say though, Cary? You said I'm always on the cutting room floor, and I said, but you're always in our hearts.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always a good way to get out of it.
Yeah.
He chops and changes it all the time, Cary. I know for a fact you'll be on it soon, won't you,
Put
Callum?
me on the damn thing, please.
It's yeah. But no, man, we never get fed up of you. We honestly love it. It's one of our favorite things. You know, like I said, I need to get you and George on together at some point because that'll just be the greatest thing ever. You know, for me as an old school fan as well, I will just be in heaven with you two guys.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to talk about. But there are exceptions when you have this amazing lineup. That's tomorrow. I'm going on United States Eastern Standard Time here, 8 p.m. This is the Ring of Honor 19th anniversary show, which is just the odds. You know, we talked previously. The odds of me being alive after all messed up stuff I did to myself is you know, like hitting the Powerball. But the odds of Ring of Honor being alive. I mean, we've outlived almost every company.
Yeah.
If you go back to like, I don't know, you would have to like say, you know, obviously WWE, maybe the Crockett promotion, more than 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't think you could count. Well, I guess you have to count Impact, TNA, even though because we also had a change of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, considering everything, it's amazing that it's the 19th anniversary, and at the risk of being a shill, which this is just this lineup is as good as anything, including what WrestleMania is going to be, including an AEW pay-per-view. Of course, they'd argue, we'd get a lot of arguments, but as far as the kind of wrestling that I like, and may I dare to say you guys like, this is probably the best show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was only saying to Callum about an hour or two ago, wasn't I?
Yeah.
My words to Callum were, this card is absolutely stacked. It's absolutely incredible from top to bottom.
On the card. Like, I'm just looking at it now again. And even the pre-show is absolutely stacked as well. Like, you know, when you've got Danhausen on the pre-show, that's kicking it off in a good way, right?
Yo, let's talk about that pre-show match a little. You got Danhausen and LSG, who's really come a long way.
Yes.
You know, he's been around longer than people think. I mean, with Ring of Honor, it's been like probably 4 or 5 years. You know, he's in that tag team with the Ali kid, who's a good guy and he's a good talent. But as a single, he's really coming to his own. And obviously, Danhausen is a interesting, and he's a hot item right now. And Eli, did you see Ring of Honor this past week with Eli?
I watched it last night, actually. Yeah, I saw Eli and Ray Horace.
Right, that was an upset, huh?
Right, I did. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That was. I think he's got a bright future. Eli, is that someone you've got an eye on as well?
Yeah, he it might not have been his very first match, but one of his first matches was at the Hammerstein Ballroom, and I don't even know how to pronounce it right. It's either Hammerstein or Hammerstein, whatever. But it was at the Hammerstein 3 years ago ish, and he was in the opening match against Christopher Daniels, and that was another upset.
Wow.
And you know, and his teammate Brian Johnson, right? Here's a guy that he's a true heel. I mean,
Yes.
if the object of a heel is for you not to like him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love him.
He's an angry man. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's really good in the ring too.
He is. I remember we spoke to Danhausen a few weeks ago, and I said to him, when you face Brian Johnson, I said, he's always angry. I was like, I just think he's so good. He plays that heel character perfectly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is that am I here? You guys would know better than me. Is the Dalton Castle, Josh Woods, is that pre-show or not?
No, you've got a 6-man.
That's main show.
You've got the other pre-shows, a 6-man with Shane Taylor Promotions.
What's the other one?
Shane Taylor Promotions against Bandido, Flamita, and Ray Horace.
Huh.
That's the. I think it's for the 6-man tag team titles.
Now that's not the pre-show though, right?
It's on the
yeah, that's a pre-show. Yeah.
Well, that's a hell. I got it on my list here, but I thought for sure it was not on the pre-show, but that's a hell of a pre-show.
It's not a bad pre-show at all. That's incredible. I've got it up in front of me as well. They're the 2 pre-show matches, and
you've got LSG, Shane Taylor Promotions, Ray Horace, all on the pre-show.
And that pre-show is free, so anybody who wants to watch it, that is free.
Right, anybody can watch it for free, and this is available on Honor Club for a mere $9.90, whatever, $10, right? For $10, for a mere 10 American dollars, you could get this. It's also on Fight TV, and it's also on the good old pay-per-view, which is where I will watch it. Because I want to watch it on a big screen, and I'm not tech savvy enough to broadcast from the computer to the TV. I can do it, but it's like I'll buy the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm like you, Cary. I just buy it. I'm not tech savvy at all. But luckily, I've got Callum, so we can watch it tomorrow.
Last night, I have cable and I have a Fire Stick.
Yep. And
the Fire Stick was telling me that, like, me and my friends were watching a show, and it's all of a sudden it stops and it says, in other words, like, there's too much data. You got to delete something.
Right. Okay.
Have you ever seen that? So
the Fire Stick said there's too much data.
So here's my question, and we'll move back to this pay-per-view. Are there other Fire Sticks that have more?
Oh yeah, the newer Fire Sticks, you won't have that issue.
Right. So I have
probably
to go
just an older Fire Stick.
Okay, so let's get back to Ring of Honor here. So
I always end up being tech support, no matter where I am in the world.
Okay. All right, so that would mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, it might not be the opening match, but I'm going from the bottom here. Dalton Castle and Josh Woods.
Yeah, pure rules match. That's going to be a good one. We've spoke to Josh, and I have so much time for Josh Woods. Dalton Castle's just awesome. Everything he does.
World champion. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like you said, Cary, I'm looking at it now, and the card is just incredible. It really is.
Guys, who do we have to win that match? Because Josh Woods has been on a roll right now, and he's one of those stars.
You're right. You're right, Callum, but I'm a big Dalton Castle fan.
Yeah.
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 I deep down, who would I like to see? Well, I'd like to see Dalton win, but that's a tough task.
Yeah.
Josh Woods, because he's a real, he's a real wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so was Dalton. Dalton did, I think, beyond high school, you know, for primary school. He might have wrestled in college, but it's not like he went to some pro wrestling school and he started. So he's got a good background in wrestling. Who do I think's going to win? I don't know, but my heart is with Dalton. How about that?
I'm going to go with Josh Woods just because, and Callum will back me up, because Josh Woods tells me that I look huge. So I'm going to go with Josh Woods just because of that.
Is he talking about your belly?
Probably, more than likely. There's a lot of beer. There's a lot of beer in this belly, so more than likely.
By the way, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. 37
this,
years young.
Yeah, I know this is going to play afterwards, but or when is this going to play?
This is going up tonight, straight away.
All right, well then, happy birthday.
Thank you, Cary. Thank you very much.
So the next one on my list, it might not be this order, but the next one on my list is talk about talent. Flip Gordon against Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, but you've got the same list as us. Yeah, Mark Briscoe, Flip Gordon. I mean, I was thinking today as well. I know we've touched on the Briscoes before, but it just shows you how good they are, because I don't think there's any other tag team out there that can be a tag team and then go and compete as singles wrestlers. And then in a month or two, they could come back and be tag team champions.
Yeah.
I think they're on a whole other level.
Absolutely. But yet it's unusual to see Mark Briscoe's name by himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually Jay, if anything.
Yes, it is. It is. I was just thinking today, and I was like, I don't think there's so many good tag teams, don't get me wrong, but I genuinely don't think there is a tag team on the face of this planet like the Briscoes.
There is
everything they can do.
Somebody asked me, who was it? It was something with I know what it was. It was for the week by week that Ring of Honor does.
Yeah.
Who's your current favorite Ring of Honor wrestler?
Oh,
and all the staff so was asked. So being the Ring of Honor ambassador, I took the liberty of saying, my favorite wrestler, I'm sorry, I'm Ring of Honor ambassador. I get 2 picks. And my 2, so it was 3 picks because it was the Briscoes.
Yeah.
And I made it clear to say in no particular order, the Briscoes and Jay Lethal.
Briscoes and Jay Lethal. That's
a good call. I mean,
current or all time?
Well, look at I don't know. I'm just basing it on the longevity. Naturally, you can say, well, what about Samoa Joe? What about Adam Cole, 3-time? I didn't even realize he was a 3-time champion. What about Punk? What about Aries? You know, so on and so forth. It's a tough one, but yeah. So Briscoe and Flip Gordon is great. I don't know. He's not spoken about enough, but you know, he's so talented, and this should be. I think it's going to be a battle.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you're right with Flip. I remember All In, the reaction, obviously, when he won the Battle Royal, then faced Jay Lethal later on the night. Obviously, we were there. The reaction was just insane.
Yeah, so I was in the ring for that. Presenting.
Yes, you were. You was, because we was in the crowd. Yeah.
Hey, we've seen you then. We've seen.
How surreal is that? Now you think about it, and now you know we're talking to you. It's surreal, but yes, you was in the ring. I remember now you saying that.
Awesome.
I got a mild round of applause. It was like a golf clap. As long as they didn't boo me, that was good. So that's going to be now the next match on my list or on the card, whatever. Look at this. Kenny King and Bestia, father of Roosh, right, against Tracy Williams, who I came up with. I was talking to Ian Riccaboni when we did the Last Stop Penn Station podcast this week, and I said, Tracy Williams, I liken him to a miniature version of Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
You know, if Tracy Williams was a couple inches taller and another 40 pounds, but he's regardless. Do you see my what
Definitely.
I see it. Totally see it. And he's a guy who I think, if you agree, he's very underrated. He's someone that I wasn't familiar with that long ago, and obviously watching Ring of Honor more and more, I've really become a fan of Tracy Williams.
Yeah, he's great. I used to see him. I would go to the Chikara shows because they were very local to where I lived often. So he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, hey, what's up, man? But yeah, he's really coming to his own. And let's not discount Rhett Titus,
Yeah.
who I have known from his first day at the Ring of Honor training school. He's had his ups and downs. I don't know if you guys were watching Ring of Honor back in 2010 when he and Kenny King, what the hell was the name? All Night Express.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had some incredible matches with Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, with Claudio and Hero,
Yeah.
with the Briscoes, and some real battles. So yeah, Rhett, and Callum, you should be able to take your shirt off. At your age, you should be able to take your shirt off and look like Rhett.
Rhett, he's ripped.
I know. It's amazing. It's like he works out like 16 hours a day, and it looks like he doesn't eat, but he eats a lot. But yeah, he's in great shape. But besides that, he's having like he had a lot of ups and downs, and he is in an up right now.
Yeah. I think they're going to take it, to be honest. I think Tracy and Rhett are going to take the tag titles.
Yeah,
I've got a really good feeling about it.
Yeah, the Kenny, of course, one of my buddies, and long career with Ring of Honor, in and out a few times, but very talented.
Mm-hmm.
And Bestia, I mean, I wouldn't want to have a fight with him.
Oh, I was thinking this last night when I was watching Ring of Honor, and I actually said to myself, that guy's scary. He could kill me. He really could. He's a scary looking dude.
So yeah, that should be awesome. And then that brings us to the pure title, the pure championship match. Mm-hmm. And this is interesting because as good as Dak Draper is, and talk about another guy in ridiculously good shape.
Yeah.
And he's a good talent. But Jonathan Gresham, I mean,
he's on another level, isn't he? He's just.
I think so.
Yeah. He is.
Maybe
he's playing on a different stratosphere.
Maybe the best technical wrestler in the world right now.
So is there a possible upset there? You never know, but if there was a betting line on that, I would have Gresham, even though the tail of the tape would be Dak Draper, 6'4", 250 pounds, and Jonathan Gresham, 5'8", 200 pounds. It doesn't matter. If there was a betting line, I would think the odds of Draper winning would be like 5-1.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how tall you are or how big you are.
It's a lot, despite his physical, it's a long shot, but it should be really, really, really good.
Oh, I keep saying it, Cary. I can't remember the last time I was excited for a show like this because it's just I'm looking at the matches now, and it's it is absolutely insane, the talent and the matches that we've got tomorrow night.
And that's not even all of the matches.
No. How about the unsanctioned match?
Now, this is what I'm looking forward to the most, because I have been so excited. This storyline has invested me so much, and we've spoke to Vincent a couple of times. The Righteous, for me, they're my favorite thing in Ring of Honor at the minute. I think everything they're doing is just incredible, and I think this is the match I'm looking forward to the most on the card.
When you guys talk to him, is he in character or is he half and half?
Do you know what? I can't tell if that makes sense. He's a very nice guy, but I get the feeling that as well that he's in character as well. Do you, Callum? He plays it well.
I can't honestly tell you. I don't think it's 100% in character.
Yeah,
he's doing a great job.
Well, I'll say one thing is that Vinny, he has worked so hard on this whole, not just, it's all culminated with this, but pre-pandemic, and when they were doing the thing with the balloons, and he had a couple other sidekicks with him. What's the name of the girl who's with him?
Vita Von Star.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he's worked really, really hard on this character. And he too, I mean, I've known him since 2010. He's a New England guy. Him and Taven sort of came up together. And I'm normally not a big fan of these theatrical, what do you want to call it? It's not being, it's being done at another location.
Yeah,
but
cinematic.
Was cinematic, thank you. But I've been told, and also I know no results, and I don't want to know any results.
That's the best way.
And I was asking Ian about it, as well as Joe. I talked to Joe Koff, and we know, they know, the company knows that sometimes these things, maybe you liked the Undertaker AJ Styles, maybe you liked that ridiculous one when they were climbing to the top of Titan Towers.
Yeah, the Money in the Bank.
Right, thank you. Maybe you liked the AEW one recently with Sting. But this is going to be special and different. And just like Ring of Honor likes to present things as, for a cinematic match, I'm interested to see what they do, because they know what not to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's a perfect match for this storyline with the whole Righteous characters, and I just think it's going to be special. Like I said, it's the match I'm looking forward to the most on the card. Is this one, because I've just got so invested with not just the Righteous, but the whole storyline with Matt Taven, with Mike Bennett. It's so well done. The history of the guys. It's to me what wrestling's all about. It's that long-term storytelling, and it's been done perfectly with these guys.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Oh, I know what else we have here. The grudge match with Ec3 and Jay Briscoe.
Yes, another match. Yeah, probably the aside from Taven and Vincent, probably the second match I'm looking forward to the most.
I feel like
is this one.
I feel like EC3 has something to prove in this match, though.
Well said. I was just going to say, I haven't seen enough of EC3.
Mhm.
And prior to that, and I would say this to his face politely, that when he was I guess the heart of his career was in TNA, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's really good, but he didn't turn me on as far as, where I was just like, oh, EC3's on. It wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but and I don't think we've seen enough of him in Ring of Honor. So, but I got a feeling that this is going to deliver. You got to deliver when you're with Jay Briscoe, going against Jay Briscoe.
That's it. I feel like a lot of people are looking at this match expecting an easy EC3 win because it's EC3, but this is Ring of Honor and it's Jay Briscoe's home. I feel like it's very much that EC3's the underdog in this match. People might not feel that way, but EC3 came from WWE, and he had all that hype behind him. And people might hate me for this, but he hasn't lived up to it yet. He's got a lot to prove in this match.
I agree.
Do you think, Cary, as well? Do you think Jay Briscoe's the right person to perhaps bring this out of EC3 to challenge him, test him? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You hit the nail on the head. I agree. If you had anybody, I mean, we have a lot of talent. We've mentioned all these names, the Greshams and this one and that one and Flip Gordon and Dalton Castle and Kenny King and guys that are veterans. But for this kind of match, and it should be pretty brutal, Jay Briscoe, I mean, he's the man I would want in there. This is going to show us what EC3 has or doesn't have. And I'm sure EC3 has plenty. So I think this is the one I'm looking forward to the most because I just want to see, how it goes.
Yeah, no, me too. Aside from Taven Vincent, this is the one I'm most excited for as well. But then I'm also, obviously, you've got double duty. Kenny King and Tracy Williams are pulling double duty for the television championship. So they're both going, twice in the night.
I thought I had a misprint here. What is this now?
Yeah, Kenny King and Tracy Williams are also facing each other for the TV title.
That should be good.
Yeah.
That should be good. Yeah, because I saw the names twice and I was like, what did I do? I printed the pages twice, but yeah, that should be really good. What would the betting line be on that? I'd say the betting line would be even.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna, and you're gonna find out who I think is gonna win the main event because I think the Foundation are walking out with all the gold.
Okay.
Tomorrow night. So
good. Get it away from Amy Rose.
I think so.
The lovely Amy Rose.
That's it. Well, that's it, Kevin. The main event. I mean, Jay Lethal Roosh. I mean, that's going to be one hell of a match. And like I said, I think the Foundation are walking out of everything because Jay Lethal's that guy that you can just never, ever bet against.
Right. And we talked, I know we talked about this at some point, but the most dangerous, personally, the most dangerous guy who he doesn't play by the rules. He's not worried about mowing down a cameraman or a poor old ambassador and ring announcer and person at the bell. Over the years, we'd be told, hey, they might come near you or the table, blah, blah, blah. Well, Roosh don't tell you nothing. And then when we were out in Vegas, I think I told you the story. We were out in Vegas and he almost killed us all. And, when I saw him in the back, I'm like, what are you? He goes, oh, I'm sorry, amigo. I'm sorry, amigo. Whatever. You got to notice, you got to be really aware. But here's the thing. He's wrestling Jay Lethal.
Yes.
And this is another match where, am I safe to say, not that Lethal can't fight, but this is sort of a contrast of styles.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'd go with that. Yeah.
I'd say definitely when it comes to Roosh, he's the guy you don't want to get into a fist fight with. Jay Lethal might have the technical side of things, but I think Roosh is the better brawler. So it's an interesting matchup.
It is. And let me ask you something, because you guys are the experts. I'm supposed to be where's Mike Bennett's not on the card?
No. That's what I was thinking as well. You look at how stacked the card is, but then look at who's not on the card. There's no Mike Bennett. Where's Brody King? You know,
Right.
Mark Haskins. There's so much talent that isn't on the card. That's a testament to Ring of Honor and the talent they've got.
Right. Good point. You know, but you know, this, even though we would like to see, it's almost better to have a few guys off.
Yes.
Instead of doing, you know, and I'm not criticizing the other companies, but we'll have a 15-man battle royal just to get everybody. This is going to be pro wrestling at its best.
Yeah.
It really will be. I hope that people, you know, take the time to check out Ring of Honor and see what we've been doing during this pandemic time, and the quality of work, the quality of the production, the not insulting the fans' intelligence with some silly stuff, and, you know, not dropping storylines at the drop of a hat and so on and so forth. But we've done the best to, and I have nothing to do with it, but we've done the best. I just laid the groundwork. We've done the best to make this a sensible, uninsulting, good, better than good, great pro wrestling product for people that really like pro wrestling. And the proof will be in the pudding, as they say, right?
Yeah, could not agree more. I'm sure Callum will agree with me. It's one of the best cards I've seen in a long, long time.
Without a doubt. And the anniversary shows very rarely disappoint anyway, but even in terms of anniversary shows, this is still a stacked card. Like, from any in the history of Ring of Honor, this still stands up. So I'm excited.
We'll be tuning in. We might even live tweet Cary, so keep an eye out for that. But
there's a watch party kind of thing at 8 o'clock.
Right.
We'll join in.
Are you in it?
We'll join.
Yeah, you should join in. And there's going to be a post show. I'm on it with Ian, Rick. I don't know why they wanted me, but keep me up till like midnight. But I'm on it with Ian Riccaboni, and I'm sure Caprice Coleman and somebody else. So it's going to be a fun night of pro wrestling, and we like the involvement of the fans, and we're doing the best we can. And I think here's the evidence.
Absolutely. And we can't wait. We'll be there. We'll be watching it. And before we get cut off, let's hope, fingers crossed, 20th anniversary next year. Me and Callum might even be able to fly out there and watch it with you.
Yes, that would be wonderful. I was talking with, when I was talking to Joe Koff, real quick, I see the clock here. Maybe during the summer, there might be a show with a crowd, which would be nice. But Sinclair is very careful, you know. Last thing, this pandemic thing ain't done yet, unfortunately.
No way.
Safety is the number one thing, but possibly in the summer, there'll be a limited audience. And for, as you said, Jamie, for next year, I not only want, I expect to see you guys. Whether it's at the anniversary or maybe it'll be for WrestleMania. Maybe we'll be back to where WrestleMania is. But yeah, that would be lovely.
That would be.
We'll be there.
We can do
Absolutely.
this.
Well, let's check in again whenever you need me. I'm here, and you guys are the best. I believe it or not, I listened to some of the other interviews you do, and you're doing a great job. And watch ROH, check out Last Stop Penn Station, check out Ringsiders Wrestling. You can't go wrong.
Hell yeah, man. And believe me, and I speak for Callum, that means a hell of a lot coming from you because you mean a hell of a lot to us.